Hello.
Hello?
Hello, and welcome once again to Down the Line with me, Gary Bellamy. Yes, we're back. Now, I know we've had our detractors, like all groundbreaking things throughout history have had. Some people have been very angry, but often that's a reaction that takes place when you don't understand something. Some of the criticism has been very hurtful, but I'm used to it. I've been doing it for years, and I've got a very broad back and lots of awards, and I've also had a little bit of counselling. But I am back, and I'm here to stay. So why don't you give us a call on 0800 068 7060 or email me, Gary Bellamy, defiant as ever, at downtheline@bbc.co.uk. War. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? You know, a lot of people say that we're anti-war. We all say we're anti-war. But is there something to be said for war? Does it have a purpose? Well, a new book out this week, War, What Is It Good For?, tries to put forward the case for war being a positive force in the world. We'll be talking to the author and hopefully getting some of your opinions on that. And chocolate. Has it all got too serious? What with all these fancy brands around now with 70% cocoa solids and organic whatever, fair trade beans and weird flavours, has it taken the fun out of chocolate? I like a nice bar of dairy milk myself. Maybe you think differently. Call in and let us know. And toothpaste, has it gone too far? When I was growing up, you had, I don't know, mint toothpaste, and that was it. Then they invented the striped toothpaste, right? And now we've got gels, tooth whitening pastes, organic, menthol. Where will it all end? Call in and tell us what you think on 0800 068 7060 or email on downtheline@bbc.co.uk. OK, down the line from America now, we've got Professor Tom Wiley, who has written a controversial new book on war called War, What Is It Good For? Tom, welcome to Down the Line.
Good day, sir.
Now, what exactly is this book all about?
Well, I am a warologist, and
Yeah.
I make no apologies for the fact that I am a wholehearted and total supporter of war.
So your book's called War, What Is It Good For?
Uh-huh.
What is war good for, in your opinion?
Well, as I've stated already, I am not anti-war. War can be seen as a natural force, and a force for change, a force for good, a force for growth and innovation. War can be entertaining. It can also...
In what way can war be entertaining?
Well, I mean, just look at the movies. Look at the way that Hollywood has exploited war, conflict, battle.
That's true, and even computer games.
Absolutely.
I mean, these days you've got children fighting World War I, World War II. They're fighting lots of wars. I mean, do you think...
It's an excellent training ground for the soldiers of the future. War, I would contend, is a crucible in which men can find out if they really are men.
But do you think that...
Sorry, can I make one more point?
Of course,
here? We
yeah.
have an almost inexhaustible supply of surplus young men who are prone to acts of mindless violence. Well, why not pit these mindless men against one another and allow that violence to flourish unchecked?
Do you think so? You really think...
Why not? I don't want to
mindless?
encounter these people on the street. Why don't we remove these unsociable elements and put them where they can really express themselves violently and brutally?
So they get shot?
Absolutely. One brutal young man against another brutal young man. It's been going on since time began.
And
I feel that we have become effeminized, and that in the past we would quite happily go to war with another country, and so forth and so on.
well, we still go to war with other countries now quite
we
happily.
don't do it with the same sort of panache, and so forth and so on. We have a glorious martial history, and I don't think we should be ashamed of that. It's not something we should brush under the carpet.
Do you
I think we
think-
should get it out in the open?
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on, there's your camp, there's my camp. Okay, guys, let's have it. Bang.
Do you think that war is inherent in all of us? Do you think there'll ever be a day where we don't fight anymore? Do you believe there'll be a day of peace on Earth?
Gary, let me say something to you. I would love it if we were a peace-loving species, but I don't believe we are. I think Homo sapien has always been moved to violence, and my only concern is that in recent years we've been fighting the wrong people.
Well, let's look at it. You're a warologist, yeah?
I am indeed a warologist.
If we were going to go to war now with somebody, who would you go to war with, and why, and what benefits would we get?
Right.
Yeah.
If, like me, you enjoy a long, drawn-out war of attrition, then I would pick somebody like the Germans or a very tricky foe in the form of the Southeast Asians, generally. If you want an easy time, of course, it's the Italians.
Right.
I mean, plucky little Denmark has a history, a martial history, but these days, 3 days maximum, over on the whole play.
Do you think we could have a war in 3 days and win somewhere?
Denmark, a cinch.
Who is the best country at war? Who are the most
Well,
fierce?
one of the most feared would have to be the Japanese, but, you drop the big one on them, they shut up pretty quick.
Thank you very much, Tom Wiley, our guest. Good luck with your book there, and thanks for giving us your time. I don't know what time it is in America, but thanks anyway. And I'm sure we'll have a lot of calls on that topic. And in fact, we've got Jenny from Cheshire. Hello, Jenny.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you.
And what would you like to discuss?
I just wanted to pick up on the point that you made about people thinking that chocolate's been taken too seriously.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I'd just like to say, well, I don't think it is at all, because I think chocolate's a very emotive part of people's lives, and I think it should be taken seriously, and I think it should be celebrated. And I think the more chocolate there is out there, and the more chocolate-related activities and events, I think the better.
Do you eat a lot of chocolate yourself?
Yes, I do. I would consider myself a chocoholic. I'm a member of the Chocolate Society.
Right.
I mean, we don't say that people take wine too seriously, or being a connoisseur of something like single malt whiskey or something like that. And the Chocolate Society is nothing really different. It's about celebrating this fantastic substance.
And tell me, what's your favourite kind of chocolate?
I'm a big fan of milk chocolate.
Yes.
Dark chocolate would be in my kind of more sensual moments, I suppose, because dark chocolate is really for the romantics and the passionate people.
Yes.
And white chocolate, I think, is more...
more
it's
for
comfort
belly
chocolate to me,
dancers,
white
really,
chocolate.
isn't it?
Yes. No, I can say, and you can get a layer of each in some chocolates, a sort of mixed... don't know what you call it, really, mixed race kind of chocolate.
Mixed race chocolate, all packed together in perfect harmony.
All, absolutely. Living side by side.
Side by side.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because do you know that when you eat chocolate, it releases the same chemical in your brain that it releases when you're having sex?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
So I can imagine it can be quite saucy at times.
Well, it can be a great tool sometimes.
A tool?
In the bedroom.
In the bedroom?
An aid, I think.
It depends what you do with it, I suppose.
It can depend what you do with it, and one shouldn't limit oneself as to what one does with it, I'd say.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, in
Wow.
the privacy of your own home, I think you can use chocolate as well as you can.
I suppose you can
anywhere.
you can have a lot of fun with the curly whirly.
Yes. No, I mean, please don't overinterpret what I'm saying, but it could happen.
Okay, well, do you know what? Thanks very much for your call. That was very, very, very interesting. I'm feeling quite hot under the collar.
Okay.
Thanks for your call.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. I've got Humphrey Milner on the phone from Cirencester. Hello, Humphrey.
Yes, hello there,
Yeah.
Gary. I wanted to ring in and talk to you about this business of who we should be at war with, or who.
Yeah, who would you like to be bombed by, Humphrey?
Historically, of course, the great enemy of the British has been our geographically closest neighbour, the French, obviously, across the Channel there. Way back from Norman times right through medieval period, when of course either the French kings were ruling England or we were ruling the French, the 100 Years' War, Battle of Agincourt, and all that sort of business. Right through, of course. The French have always traditionally been our enemies. So I think if we were to be bombed by someone now, I think it should be obviously the French, and I think that they would do it with a degree of sophistication and style and culture, and bring a certain sense of class to any future engagements between us and
yeah, but come on, Humphrey. Do you seriously think the French would have any chance in beating us?
Well, I think their rugby team are pretty frightening.
Well, that's a good point.
So I suppose what I'm saying is, if we were to be overrun and governed in a sense by the French than certainly by anyone from the Middle East. I think we have a lot more in common with them, and after a few years we'd probably sort of forget about it.
Thanks very much for your call, Humphrey.
My pleasure.
We're talking about toothpaste, and we've got Samson on the phone. Hello, Samson.
Oh, hello, Gary.
Hello.
Yes, it's a marvelous discussion you are having here about the toothpaste. Because there's so many flavors. You can get the ones with the stripe in it, and they have it in the tube. Sometimes they have it in the squeeze tumbler, in the upright thing you can squeeze it out.
I've seen them.
And you go into the supermarket, and there's so much choice and selection, and you are in a confusing state. You're wondering, shall I go for this? Shall I go for that? What shall I do? Isn't it?
Yeah, it's like that.
You're in a dilemma.
It is.
And what does that remind you of? It reminds you of the issue of whether or not Jesus Christ, the Lord Savior, can come into your life.
Yeah, I don't understand what that's got to do with toothpaste.
You're thinking about...
I think you're looking for reasons to talk about God.
No.
Well, you are.
Gary,
We could be talking about any subject, like garden furniture or fridges, and you'd turn it round to talk about Christianity.
Gary, please. The decision you have to make, whether I have this toothpaste or the other, it's the same decision you have to make, whether you want the Lord to come and take you. Or
you cannot compare choosing God to choosing Mentadent P.
I can hear it now. You are the son of Beelzebub. No, Beelzebub is telling you, come with me into the...
Let me ask you a question. Hey, 1 second. Samson, 1 second. If Jesus Christ comes back, second coming and all that, let me ask you a question. What toothpaste would he choose?
What?
What toothpaste would Jesus Christ choose when he returns, if he returns, for his second coming?
What are you talking about? Don't be cheeky. Jesus Christ, the Lord Savior, is a miracle worker. His teeth are glistening forever. He is a savior of all mankind.
And teeth. Thanks very much for your call.
Whatever. Please don't...
Okay, I've got Wendy from Frinton-on-Sea. Hello, Wendy.
Hello, Gary.
Hello.
Hello. Listen, right? I've been listening to your show for weeks. I love it. You really are a silly basket. You're a silly basket, aren't you? You're
I know.
Basket.
I know.
But I was about toothpaste.
Yeah?
I have never brushed my teeth. No, not one day it's gone past and I brush my teeth. Never do me any harm.
Well, how many teeth have you got?
4.5.
You've only got 4.5 teeth. How can you have half a tooth?
But they're beauties. They are beautiful. They are really, really beautiful teeth.
Right, well, thanks very much for your call.
Little pearly white.
All right, lovely. Thanks for your call.
I'm going to let you now, you silly basket.
Okay, my next call is Polly Jones from Epping.
Oh,
hello. Hello, Polly.
Hello.
What we're talking about war, yes?
Yeah.
Who do you think we should go to war with?
Well, I mean, I'm not totally political or anything like that, but I just think that there's not a lot of support for the Iraq war because there's not really an awful lot we're going to get from it.
There's not a lot we're going to get from it?
Yeah, I mean, there's not really a lot we're going to get from invading Iraq, is there?
What about removing a dictator, which we've done, and getting some oil?
I know, but I think people are really... I think society is based on a much more what's in it for me kind of thing. And I honestly think there'd be a bit more support if you invaded somewhere.
It always interests me when someone rings up and says, I'm not very political, but, and they make a political statement.
I just think there's nothing sort of culturally or socially or economically about Iraq that we would want as a country. So
where would you like to invade instead then? Where would you think...
I mean, just for example, like if we went to Italy or something, there's an awful lot that we could take from that country.
And of course it'd be quite easy, wouldn't it?
Painting from the old masters, there's fine treasures, there's an awful lot of cultural stuff we could amass. But in Iraq, what are we going to bring back? Nothing.
But we're not going... Yes, Sam. Well, we don't go to war just to bring things back, do we?
No, I know. But I'm just saying, it was just a question you said. If you asked quite a lot of those people that marched against the war in Iraq, I wonder if a lot of them would say, well, because actually, what's the point?
Well, so where would you...
Well, if we invaded France, we get the Mona Lisa.
What if we invaded Iraq, right, and we claimed it, so it was then our country, like we used to do in the days of the Empire?
Honestly, I think unless Ryanair went there wouldn't be much point.
Okay, got Major Brian Orr on the phone from Buckinghamshire. Hello, Major.
Hello there.
Hi, what's your question?
Well, it's not so much a question, really. It was just to ring up about war, really, and I'm just saying I'm all for it. I was in the army for 37 years, and I thoroughly enjoyed every day, and so did my men, those immediately below me. I can't speak for everyone in the army, of course. Things, war's changed now. It's not as fun as it was. It's become blurred.
What's fun about war?
Well, the uniforms, the respect of the men, valour, combat, all those things. I don't have to justify war to you.
Have you fought in any wars at all?
Of course I have.
Which one?
The Falklands.
The Falklands War?
Yes. Well, I'd say I actually fought. I didn't see action. I was in charge of clearing the seaweed.
We've got Nelson Thomas. Hello.
Hello.
Nelson?
Yes, hello. You're asking this question, aren't you? Who should we be at war with?
Yes.
I find it absolutely outrageous that you could ask such a question.
Why?
Well, it's who should we be at war with? Who should we be at war with? Is it Radio 4? The phrase should be, with whom should we be at war? Not who should we be at war with.
Is that it?
That's it.
Thank you very much. Okay, I've got Fiona now. Hello, Fiona. You're down the line.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello, I was just ringing in because you know, the thing about toothpaste and everything, it just made me think about how it'd be funny to write a poem about it.
Okay.
So, here we go. When you go down the town today, you are faced with a wide array, rows and rows of pastes and cream, designed to make your pearlies gleam. Fluoride bleaching, oral protection, fresher breath or plaque detection, cavity preventative, toothpaste for the sensitive, mouthwash and tongue scraper, breath spray, what a caper. Floss or mate and mint... Sorry, I'll carry on. Yeah. Floss or tape and minty sticks, they used to make the paste from bricks. According to the internet, a fact you might want to forget is that the Romans used a paste and it was human urine based. I think we have come quite a way since the brick or urine day. But save us, please, from all the dross. We just want one paste and some floss.
That's unbelievable. Do you know what's so good about that is you rhymed some very, very complicated words. I can't remember exactly what they were now, but they had ifs on the end of them. And I also find it very fascinating to find out that urine was actually used as a toothpaste.
Well, it was based on human urine. I think they kept it for quite a while in a pot because I was looking it up.
Well, listen, thanks very much for your call.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Bye. Great radio there. Kind of reminiscent of Home Truths. And I'm sure the late, great John Peel will be looking down with a wry smile on his face. Wasn't he great, Peely, eh? A radio colossus. Though I have to say, a lot of the music he played was absolute crap. Total codswallop. This is Down the Line. I'm Gary Bellamy. We're live on Radio 4. Give us a ring, 0800 068 7060, or you can email us on the email, which is downtheline@bbc.co.uk.
How you doing, all right?
I'm fine, thanks. Who's this?
Morris.
Hello, Morris. Where are you from?
Morris from London. I thought I'd talk to you about the Second World War.
Okay.
That was one whole big conflict, man.
It was.
There's all kinds of weapons involved in it. People died.
Yeah. Got Gordon Rust on the phone now from Bank.
Not Bank as such. I was near Bank. Just off Bank.
Bank in London.
Oh yeah, no, it's Bank in London, but not the actual bank. I mean, I say banks. Not many people know the place. It's it's a small. It's quite close to Bank.
Right.
Oh, it's just on my mind's gone blank.
That's all right. That doesn't matter. What are you ringing about?
What country, who would you rather have a war with? You know,
that's right, yeah.
I mean, this is a very personal view, but I mean, the country I would, well, it's not actually a country as such. It's,
right.
But you know those, that bloke, they made a film about it. It was, the one where he's stuck on the island and he's trying to,
Escape from Alcatraz.
No, not that one. The other one.
Shawshank Redemption.
It was like Shawshank Redemption, but not that one. It had the bloke who died. He had to take the.
What country are you talking about?
It's very hot.
France, Japan.
No.
Middle East.
No, there was
Africa.
a war in there. There was a musical written about it on the West End. You know that girl. Oh, marvellous voice.
Who would you like to have a war with?
Oh, well, that's what I'm coming to.
Right.
I can't stand that. They're not actually. I wouldn't say they've actually got their own country, but they're a people more than.
So, you mean like what? Like the Kurds?
No, not the Kurds. No, not the Kurds, but like the Kurds. You know, all the.
Okay.
It's on the tip of my tongue. It's the one with the. Oh dear Lord.
Well, what do they look like?
Well, you know that film. What was it?
Come
on. The one with that. The lusty month of May.
Just think of the name of the country.
I know the name of the country. It's just slipped my tongue. That's what I was phoning up about. My mind's gone completely blank.
Well, listen,
on that one.
Why don't you get your mind sorted out and give us a ring back when you've remembered, yeah? Yeah? Thanks for your call.
Belgium.
OK, we're now going to go to our caller on the line. We've got Matt Hopkirk from Stevenage. Hello, Matt. Is that you? Are you there?
Hello.
Hello.
My mate reckons that they're bringing out a new box of chocolates called Equality Street, right? Where they have black chocolates, white chocolates, and I don't know, little disabled chocolates. That's just mad, Gary.
Do you think? I think it's a good idea.
Oh, come on, that's just political correctness gone mad.
Oh, but listen, it's great. I think it's a good thing, don't you?
Really? No, all that PC stuff, that's political correctness gone mad.
Yeah, but listen, political correctness has been around for a long time now. You must be used to it.
I don't mind. If the chocolates taste nice, I don't mind. I just think it's political correctness gone mad, isn't it?
Well, thanks for your call. I'm sure we'll have a lot of opinions on that.
OK.
Hello.
Hello, Gary.
Yes.
I've got an opinion about the
the chocolate thing. Is chocolate taken too seriously? Now, shut it!
Sorry?
I'm sorry, my dog's barking. Shut it! Will you shut it?
Okay. Chocolate.
Shut it!
Chocolate.
Sorry, soda chocolate. Yes.
Yeah.
I think. Will you shut it? I'm sorry, Gary. The dog. Now, yeah. We shut it. Anyway.
Yes. What's your point about chocolate? Yeah.
I think the serious point about chocolate.
Yeah.
Shut it.
Jesus.
Shut it.
Right.
Now, the chocolate issue. People
Yes.
take it back. Shut it. Will you shut it?
Thank you for your call.
Shut it.
All right. Thank you.
Shut it.
Okay, my next caller is Rebecca Frost.
That's right. I'm ringing up about toothpaste. I was listening to the lady reading the beautiful poem.
Oh, yeah, it was sweet, wasn't it?
And I mouthwash with urine myself.
Right.
It's got a lot of ammonia. It's very good for whitening the teeth. It's very good for oral hygiene,
Is it?
for plaque and bacteria.
It can't be much fun for your friends and family.
They drink their own. They make their own. They drink their own. You got to drink your own. You can't drink anybody else's.
Do you drink it or just gargle it and spit it out?
Well, I do this. One moment. I just got a fresh batch.
What? You're actually doing it now? Right, we are breaking boundaries here on Radio 4. On Down the Line, there is a woman gargling urine live. Okay, I get the idea now. Thanks very much for your call, Rebecca. This must be a first for Radio 4. I can't even imagine even the most out-there pirate radio stations, not even Howard Stern, have ever done anything quite like that before. Although, come to think of it, that's the kind of thing they do on Woman's Hour every week these days. OK, I've got some emails here. I've got one from Jim Legg in Berwick-upon-Tweed, who says his favourite war was the Cod War. And if he were to go to war with anyone, it might as well be with the cod. Good point there, Jim. In fact, I don't think any cod got killed either. Also, an email here from Jessica Minton, who says that she thinks that Jesus must have used the toothpaste that gives you the ring of confidence. Something to do with halos there, I think. Matt, have we got any better emails? No. All right, let's go back to the phones. OK. Next call is David Healy from Ennington. What are you calling about?
I'm calling about this business about who we should rather be bombed by. Which I think is absolutely ludicrous thing. You know, if we were going to be bombed by someone, surely we wouldn't want it to be someone who could do it well, like the Germans. Like, it seems absolutely ridiculous. I would say if we were going to be bombed by someone, we should be bombed by someone who actually wouldn't be able to make a very good bomb at all. You
That's
know,
a good point.
Not one of the civilized countries. I think, you know, I would say, I would have said in the past, I would have said Hong Kong or Korea, you know, made in Hong Kong or made in Korea used to be a sign, but these days these countries are doing extremely well. They're doing better than us in their manufacturing.
We would not want a bomb from Korea on our doorstep.
Exactly. So
not
I would
today.
say, you know, where would you say you want a bomb that's not going to go off, don't you? You want a bomb that actually isn't going to work very well. And I think, obviously, one would choose Nigeria.
Right.
I mean, one wouldn't buy a television that said "Made in Nigeria" on it, would it? One wouldn't buy a Nigerian car.
Not.
I'm sure they're perfectly good people. I'm not saying anything against the Nigerians, but their manufacturing base is really nothing to be applauded, I don't think.
No.
So I would say if we were going to be bombed, let it be the Nigerians, because I don't think any of the bombs would go off.
Thanks very much for your call.
Thank you, my pleasure.
Thank you, David. Okay.
Hold on, I'm just. Hold on. Carry on.
Hello, I've got Louis on the line. Hello, Louis.
Yes, hi.
Hi.
Yes, I wanted to talk about toothpaste.
Okay.
And it's an amazing thing about the human brain. Because you've got 9/11 and global warming and major things.
Yeah, major.
And despite all the major events of the world, I remember seeing the first advert for toothpaste with stripes, I think in the 60s. And the brain can sort of be niggled away, you know, is there anything in these stripes? So I thought I'd do a controlled experiment.
Oh, good.
So here I've got, if I can be your eyes,
Yeah.
I'm just squeezing out some family toothpaste.
Okay.
On a saucer.
Right.
What I'm doing now, it's white with blue stripes.
Okay.
Now I'm going to, first of all, taste the white bit.
Okay.
Hold on.
What's it taste like? Minty?
Well, it'd be mint. Now the blue. Hold on.
Tasted it yet?
Mm.
And?
Tastes very similar.
Very similar.
Now, what I'm going to do now is stir it round.
Okay, so you make a kind of a pale blue paste.
Well, that's what you'd think. But I've not done this before on purpose, just so that you know that I'm as surprised as you are.
Okay.
If anything should happen that we're not expecting.
Spontaneous.
Hold on. Yes, you're right. It's about... It's a blue paste.
Brilliant. But, just because it tastes not much different, you don't know about the function of the blue stripe, because apparently the blue stripe is for kind of fresh breath normally, and the white paste is for the actual teeth.
It's just one of these marketing ploys. And the other thing is...
Yeah?
I mean, I could try and take this tube apart and see how the stripes get there.
Well, I tell you what, that is a good idea. Why don't you do that and ring us back?
Yes.
And tell us what the stripes do look like inside.
Do I get a refund for the toothpaste?
No. Just ring us back in a couple of minutes, all right?
Okay.
Okay, my next call is Nicole from Billericay. Hello, Nicole.
Hello, Gary.
Hi.
Toothpaste, we've got whitening this, tartar that, 24-hour protection, plaque attack, plaque that, freshens breath, fights decay. They'll be selling a toothpaste that cures AIDS next.
I don't think so. Although it would be good. Thanks very much for your call. Okay, we've got Tom Skinner on the phone now from Hunstanton. Hello, Tom.
Hello.
You're through to Down the Line.
Hello.
Hello.
Right, I tell you, the people we should be at war at...
Yes?
Right, I tell you the people who we should be at war at, it's the council, see? Now, we lived in this village since 1999. Now,
since
there's
when?
always been... 1999. Now, there's always been a post office here, wasn't there? Since 1804. Now, nobody said nothing, nobody done nothing, nobody hit nobody over the head with a spade, nobody nothing in there. No. In 2003 to 4 to Fardin, the council
What?
come
Sorry,
along.
what? Where?
The council, they come along, and they put 2 and 2 together, and they made 1999. Well, they pushed over the post office, didn't they? No, it's just a rubbly old nunk. And we gotta go, let me finish, please. We gotta go 5 to 10 to 14, 1999, just to get a stamp. So that's who we should be at war with, it's the council.
Thanks very much. Right, my next call is from a pancreatic surgeon who wants to talk to us about toothpaste. Hello, Mr. Fenwater.
Now, say what you like about this country. I can very easily go a week without love, but I wouldn't want to go a week without toothpaste.
Right.
No, in an emergency, one can use salt, twigs, gravel, or fine sharp sand.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay, I've got Louis on the line. Hello, Louis.
Yes, if you remember a few minutes ago, I was doing the toothpaste experiment.
Yep.
And I've managed to cut the bottom off and
Brilliant.
slice it up the side.
Yep.
To get a look at how the stripes are...
Got to be quick, we're running out of time.
Hold on. Yes, it looks like...
Sorry, we're going to run out of time. Thanks very much for your call. Thanks for Down the Line. We'll be back next week for another edition. See you soon.
Oh.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello, welcome to Down the Line. This week, I want to talk about bullying. Now, I will admit it, I was bullied at school, just a little. I was a little bit overweight for a while, but I got over it. Are you a victim of bullying? Maybe you're a little bit fat, or maybe you're a nerd with, silly, thick glasses, or maybe you've got buck teeth, or you look like an idiot. Call in and let us know on 0800 068 7060, or email us at downtheline@bbc.co.uk. But don't feel like you have to just call in and talk about bullying. You can talk about anything you like. Maybe you saw something funny on the way to work this morning. Down the Line, it's here for you. So, bullying, it can ruin people's lives, and we want your calls. But maybe it's so bad that you want to run away and live somewhere completely different. Well, don't worry, because later on we've got an estate agent coming in from Pickering and West, talking all about buying property abroad. So give him a ring if you like, 0800 068 7060, or email downtheline@bbc.co.uk. OK, let's go to our first caller. Hello.
Hello, Gary.
Hello.
Pamela.
Hello, Pamela, how are you?
I've had an experience. I wonder if you've ever experienced this. I'm walking along the street and I see a man coming towards me, quite old, with wonderful thick hair blowing in the wind, very trim, suit, sort of raffish swagger about him. And I think, oh, who's that? Might be a film star even. He gets closer and I realise he's actually a tramp in terrible condition. Has that ever happened to you?
Actually, yes, it does happen quite a lot.
Isn't it funny how good they can look from a distance?
Yeah, I mean, and they also
I just think it's interesting that people who are really in such terrible states can look so attractive from a distance.
I've seen some really smart-looking ones. I mean,
honestly, man came towards me. I thought that's Terence Stamp, and when he was closer, I thought, no, it's a tramp.
Terence Stamp, that's good rhyming slang for a tramp. You know, Terence Stamp
and they
actually.
don't get
What?
They don't get fat.
Thanks, Pamela.
Bye.
OK, I've got Teddy Tucker on the line from London. Hello, Teddy.
Hello, Gary, all right?
All right, what are you ringing about today?
Yeah, a lot of people talk about bullying these days, and they're moaning about it, saying it can be damaging and that. I think you've got to accept that bullying is part of school and it's part of growing up. Get on with it. I went to a comprehensive school. That was in the 70s. And I mean, it was a rough school. I had no idea. It was experimental school, actually. They had carpets, which had never happened before in a school. The girls was taught metalwork, and we were taught home economics. They tried all these things, but it was a rough school, and people, after a while, it got swarmed over, you know. I mean, I got kicked unconscious in the first month twice, because everyone wore steel toe-cap boots in those days.
But do you think times have changed now?
No. It's people moan now that, you know, getting beaten up and bullied, and people are photographing it. I mean, at my school, we had air rifles, knives, we had detonators. Johnny Parker, once, right, he made me eat a bit of a dead cat.
What?
Yeah, we got spat on. You had Chinese burns, punched in the head, fag burns, you know, you bumps on concrete, bumps off concrete, people were thrown off buildings. I mean, that was just your average on board, pass the day bullying. And then if you got proper bullying, you had all kinds of stuff. I mean, you had proper torture going on.
What?
Oh, I remember they used to get the Bunsen burners out, you know what I mean?
Doing what? What would they do with them?
Well, they'd turn them on full, they'd press your head down on top of it and leave you just above it, so your eyebrows went and then your hair went.
Do you know what the hottest point of a Bunsen burner is? It's actually just above the blue flame, not in fact at the peak.
I do know that. I've only got 5 fingers.
But listen, tell me, you think that has improved your life and your social skills? Do you think it helps children, genuinely helps children to be bullied?
Yeah, it toughens them up, doesn't it? Look, Gary, don't get me wrong. I can't maintain a relationship. I've got no relationship with my parents. I live on my own, and I have terrible, terrible, terrible long, dark nights of the soul. But...
Thanks very much for your call. My next caller is Lisa Clark. Where are you calling from?
Well, I actually live in Maidstone, but I'm from the northeast.
OK.
I was walking through a park the other day and I saw a beautiful heron. Absolutely lovely. Nobody was looking at it. Nobody except me. You know, here's a bird with a beak like 30 centimetres long. Beautiful long legs. And everyone was just walking past as if it was, you know, an everyday sight. No, they stare at pictures of boobs and adverts if there's a new bra out, or those iPod adverts. But the heron, you know, one of God's creatures, stomped on the riverbank. Not the sight you see every day, and nobody was looking except me.
Maybe they didn't see it.
You've got a point there, yeah.
Thanks for your call. Right, I've got Pete Taylor on the phone. Hello, Pete.
Hello, Gary. I really just had to call in. As I heard that lady you had called in earlier about seeing the tramp.
Yes.
In the street. And what I've always found intriguing, and no one's ever been able to properly explain to me, when you see tramps in the street, why are they always arguing with each other? What can be so important in their lives that they have these massive stand-up rows about it?
Yeah, maybe they're arguing over drink or territory, because you know they do mark their own territory, don't they? Like their bench is their homestead.
You think they'd have fairly carefree lives, really? They're just living out there on the streets. They've got no responsibilities, no one to look after, and you'll be walking along, you'll see some terrible, skinny, scraggy woman with short black hair. She'll be leaning over some bloke who's lying on the pavement covered in wee, and they'll be really having a go at each other. And you think to them, you know, calm down. You know, what does it matter, really? Yeah, they've got no real stresses in their lives, have they?
Well, of course they have. Why do you think they're there in the first place? They can't just go home, can they?
That would be my dream, Gary.
What, to be a tramp?
You know, I'm out at work. It's great, lovely time. You go home instantly. You're through the door. The wife's having a go at you. The kids are misbehaving. You've got to sort this out, that out. The plumber needs coming. All that stuff comes on top of you, and you think, I've got to live outside. I've got to live in a garden. You know, I'd much rather just go down to the local supermarket and stock up on cans of Tennants or something and just sit by the side of the road in a pool of piddle.
Well, why don't you go and try that and see how you like it?
I think I will.
Well, good luck. Give us a ring back and tell us how you get on.
All right.
Cheers.
Ta-ta.
See, we're not afraid to try social experiments here on Down the Line. OK, I've got Graham Downs on the line. Hello, Graham.
Hi, Gary. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to Down the Line again.
Thank you very much. Always a pleasure.
Yep.
I'm just thinking, how was your story, the topic you said about, have you seen anything interesting lately?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, for me, all I've seen really mainly is my bedroom ceiling, Gary, because, you know, I'm bedbound most of the time.
Have you ever thought about putting something interesting on your ceiling, like a painting?
A mural.
Yeah.
Maybe. Like the Sistine Chapel, Gary.
Yeah.
Or maybe I was thinking at one point, if I get the mirror angled in the right way, I can have a little peek outside as well.
While you're on the phone, Graham, we're also talking today about bullying. I suppose that would have been a big problem for you at school.
Very difficult topic for me
Yeah.
to talk about, actually.
With your weight?
Yeah, I mean, to an extent, Gary, obviously, because I do carry a lot of weight, but, the bullying was a terrible problem for me in a way.
And did it start young?
Yeah, I mean, I was dreadful. I would batter anyone I came across, you know what I mean? I was a very bad bully.
Oh, right. You weren't bullied yourself?
No, not at all, Gary. No, people were very wary of me because I had a very quick temper and the bulk to back it up, you know. So, if I went through someone, I really went through them, you know.
So you did you do this in order to prevent people from bullying you? What I mean is you attacked first, so no one bullied you back?
I did it for fun, really, Gary, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But now I really regret it, you know, because I think I made some people's lives a misery, you know.
Yeah.
And in fact, actually, I think in the reflecting on what I've done has actually led to my conditions worsening myself, actually, Gary.
Really? In what way?
I've paid a heavy price for it emotionally, Gary. It really wore down on me the misery that I caused people.
Yeah, like self-loathing.
I'd just like to use the airways. I'd like to use down the line in order to apologise to all my victims. I'm very sorry.
Oh, right.
I beg forgiveness.
I mean, you've almost paid the price in a way, haven't you, for what you're going through now?
I certainly have, Gary.
Yeah, thanks very much for your call.
Thanks very much.
Bye.
See you.
Oh, poor Graham. OK, we've got Ruth from Primrose Hill. Hello, Ruth.
Hello. I just wanted to say I've had a really terrible walk to the bank. I walked past, on the pavement, 3 dog poos, all smeary, and then a vomit.
Right, thanks very much for your call. Right, I'm now joined by Ross Porter, my special guest, who's an estate agent from Pickering and West, and we're going to be discussing buying properties abroad and at home. Hello, Ross.
Hello there, Gary.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Now, are you a celebrity estate agent?
No, I wouldn't describe myself as a celebrity estate agent.
Right. Are there celebrity estate agents?
I don't think so, no.
And do you know, I've always wondered who was the first ever estate agent. Do you know who that was?
No, I don't think anyone knows that.
Don't they? Did it start in this country?
No, I think as long as there's been property being bought and sold, there have been estate agents...
lurking in the background?
I wouldn't say lurking.
Oh, I would. So Ross, Pickering and West, is that a nationwide estate agency?
We're a nationwide agency, but we're moving more and more into European and foreign markets. I think most people will have seen our cars whizzing about the place. We have these fleets of brightly coloured VW Beetles with the Pickering and West livery on them, and people love that. It brings a smile to their faces. And
a bit like Foxtons.
Foxtons. Well, we were doing our Volkswagens before they were doing their Minis. Actually.
Oh right, so they copied you.
No, I'm not saying that Foxtons.
No.
People love it. It brings a human face to estate agents, I think.
Yeah. So I mean, these days, what with internet, I can turn on the computer and I can see the whole of a house just by doing a 360 degrees thing. I can see exactly what's the amenities are around. I mean, these days there's not really much need to actually go and visit the house because you can see it all on the computer. Do you think that people should go and visit a house before they buy it, or is it adequate just to look on the computer and pick a picture?
Always. I would say the first rule of buying a house is actually visit the house and look at it. I mean, we all know that pictures can lie. We've all used a wide-angle lens to make a tiny, poky little room look like a huge, great, palatial...
What, you've done that, have you?
No.
And what is the hot place to buy these days? Where is everyone saying, I've got to get a place there?
Well, the thing is, buying property in England as a business venture is becoming less and less profitable because properties are so expensive and people have become wise to it. It's very hard to find a house that is underpriced and be able to sell it overpriced. You can still buy very cheap properties abroad in places where people are perhaps not as well informed, not as intelligent as people selling property over here. You go into peasant communities, poor rural areas, and the people there, they can't afford televisions, they haven't watched all the programmes that we make over here, like Location, House Hunters. But yeah, as I say, these people, they don't really know what's going on in the world, they don't read newspapers, they're not very well informed, they are... They're too stupid, I think, probably, to realise how much they could be making on their property. So these are the places I would advise people to go.
So, stupid countries or war-torn areas, maybe?
No, not war-torn areas, no.
But there's potential
there's
there.
A danger of...
Yeah, but there's potential, though. I mean,
when the war is finished, I mean, places like Croatia now are magnificent places to buy property, but I wouldn't ever have advised anyone while the war was going on.
No, but see, I mean, but if you think about it, Ross, if I see dirt cheap prices, I mean, not Iraq, for example, Basra, somewhere like that.
No.
You can't even buy there now. It's so cheap, it's probably minus money. And I know that in 100 years' time...
There is always a danger buying property abroad that a war might break out or something of that nature, a terrible natural disaster. It's down to timing. You have to do it after these things have happened, when prices are low.
Yeah, that's fascinating. So we'll be taking your calls in a minute, so if you've got anything to ask Ross Porter, give us a ring on 0800 068 7060 or email us at downtheline@bbc.co.uk. OK, Ross, it's now time to go to the phones with your phone calls, and our first caller is Liz Wilmot from Grampians.
Oh, hello, Gary.
Hello.
Hello, and the gentleman from the estate agent. Hello.
Ross, yes.
Ross, hello, Ross. I'm just a bit concerned because I live in a very nice property, but I'm constantly pestered. There are people putting cards through my door, 2 or 3 every day. Do you want to sell your house? I don't want to sell
How
it.
many? How many exactly? 2 or 3?
Just a lot. I get a lot of
Well, how
cards
many's a
through my
lot?
door.
How many's a lot? More than a few?
I get more than a few. Yeah,
Less than a
4,
couple?
5.
Several?
What does it matter? Oh,
Well, it
it's I'm pestered.
the more cards that you get, if you got 3 cards through, I'd say that was quite irritating, but 2 isn't so bad.
2 days, all right, is it? That's quite a lot.
I think 2 a day is probably acceptable, yes. That's probably the industry
I think
standard.
so.
Right.
And my thumbs are sore from opening the envelopes, and all the time it's just, do you want to sell your house? I don't.
Can I ask you a question, Liz?
Yes.
Do you want to sell your house?
No, I don't want to sell my house. I love it. I don't want to move.
OK, fair enough.
Thank you very much for your call. Thank you.
Thank you.
OK, who's on the line? Hello?
Hello. What's your friend on there, the estate agent?
It's Ross, hello.
You're an estate agent, yeah?
Yes.
OK, so as you become one of them?
I...
Yeah, but it's not like you're a doctor, is it? Or, you ain't got any qualifications, have you?
I have the standard...
What right... No, hold up, because it's my time now. You've had your little talk. What right have you got to come in my house and tell me what a double aspect is? Or something is stunning? Or that room needs opening out? Or that porch is gloomy?
I've seen literally thousands of
but
properties.
Whoa, no, you misunderstand me. What qualification have you got? If a doctor comes around my house and he says, you're ill, right? You're sick, go to bed.
Well, I'm
sorry. What right have you got? You've got no qualifications.
Well,
you're not recognised by anyone.
Well, if you just let me...
Can you let me speak a second?
Of course I'm qualified. I've trained to be an estate agent, and
Where?
I've got the standard qualification.
Let him finish.
What is it? What is the standard qualification? You see my point?
It's a BACB. It's the British Agents.
You're hated,
Chartered.
you people. Do you know that? I'm going now. I don't want to overstate my case, but you're hated. To me, you're one below the hangman.
Thanks very much for your call. So, Ross, what kind of countries are a good place to invest at the moment?
Well, as I said before, Croatia is very cheap. Any of the areas of the former Yugoslavia, and there's now some lovely large properties there which are empty and are going cheap. A lot of the people there obviously died.
Yeah. And I understand that Nigeria is a very cheap place to buy at the moment. Properties are quite low there.
Yes, understandably so.
Would you recommend somewhere like Nigeria? Do you think that's on the up?
No.
Oh, right. Well, what about Zimbabwe?
No, not really. People like us aren't very welcome there at the moment.
Oh. But if we're British people, will they leave us be because of the Commonwealth?
Some places, obviously, British people are welcome, in others not so welcome.
Where aren't we welcome? Just so people at home know, don't go there, because it might be cheap, but it's because they don't like us.
Well, obviously at the moment, Iraq, Iran, Syria, Lebanon, Palestine, well, most of the Middle East and large parts of Africa, North Korea, Australia, Argentina, Wales, Afghanistan.
What about in the hills?
No, that's a very volatile market there at the moment.
My next caller is Anne Cook from Hay-on-Wye. Hello, Anne.
Hello.
Hello. What's your question for Ross?
Well, I've been listening with great interest today because I am actually looking to buy in France.
Great choice.
I'm looking for a gîte somewhere with a couple of bedrooms, a little bit of land, and probably in La Vendée area.
That's a spectacular area, and still some very cheap properties there, and they really are lovely buildings there, aren't they?
Yes, I've been on holiday there a couple of times, actually. Short breaks, and I've looked around. I really like what I see.
Because you see, the French don't particularly like these old houses. They find that, they want the more modern houses, so it does mean that there's some fantastic property out there.
But I'm looking for a reasonably deserted area, not very many houses around, quite a bit of land, so, because I'm not terribly keen on the French themselves.
Right, so you like the property in France, but
I love the way of life, the sunshine, the food.
But you don't like the French?
No, I just don't like the people, and so I'm looking for somewhere secluded.
What about, are there places that are like France, but not, where she wouldn't have to meet French people?
There's Channel Islands, but that's quite expensive still. Do you like Italians?
No.
No? Have you thought about Malta?
No, that's not a bad...
There are a lot of English there already.
People, exactly, it's fantastic.
You might feel quite at home.
Yes, well, maybe I'll try there then.
Well, thanks. Well, good luck with your quest. OK, got another caller on the line. We've got Tony Dryden from Crawley. Hello, Tony.
Oh, hello. Does your guest know anything about Foxtons? I just want, is that business owned by Bruce Foxton, the guy who used to play bass in the Jam?
No, not as far as I know. I mean, Foxton's been around, I think, for a long time before the Jam. It's possible, I suppose, that a member of his family may be involved somewhere in it, but I'm
Could be his dad, do you think?
I don't... Well, I'm not an expert on the Jam, but I thought, actually, Bruce Foxton was in a new band or had started a new band.
I think you'll find he plays bass in a band that does Jam covers at the weekend and that kind of thing. He's just keeping his hand in. That's not going to kind of put food on the table, is it?
Well, as I say, I'm not really an expert on Bruce Foxton.
No.
For all I know, he may be in a very successful band.
I didn't even know who he was.
Paul Weller won a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yeah.
And Bruce Foxton and Rick Buckler, who's, if you don't know about the Jam, he was the drummer. And they should surely have got a mention, don't you think?
I didn't.
It was mainly for Paul Weller's solo career, I think.
Really?
That was outstanding contribution to music.
Well, I'd have thought anything that was outstanding and a contribution to music, Paul Weller did with Messrs. Buckler and Foxton behind him, because anything he's done on his own is kind of dreary and lumping in the extreme.
Well, actually, I'm quite a big fan of the one "You're the Best Thing That Ever Happened to Me." I think that's a standard, isn't it?
I think you'll find that wasn't a solo Paul Weller. I think you'll find he was a member of the Style Council at that point. His kind of popish follow-up to the
post Jam. But do you have a question
about property? Paul Weller owns a lot. Yeah,
abroad.
Yes. If I wanted to buy a property from Bruce Foxton, which branch would I go into?
I really don't think that Bruce Foxton does work for Foxtons. I mean, for instance, where I live, there's a restaurant called McCartney's, and to my knowledge, Paul McCartney has nothing to do with it. I think just because the name is similar doesn't mean that at somewhere down the line a pop personality is involved.
Yeah. I've got a newsagent near me called Stings.
Oh, yeah? And does Sting own it?
Well, I don't think so. No, I don't see him in it. It's owned by an Asian lady.
See, if I'm Sting and I want to invest my money and keep out of the public eye, I think a newsagent is a great place to go. I mean, if you open up Sting's kind of hairdressers and beauty parlour and waxing salon, everyone's going to go, is that Sting?
Well, I would have thought, actually, if he was wanted to invest in something and keep a low profit, he'd probably use his real name.
Gordon Sumner.
Sumner's.
Yeah, yes. Gordon Sumner.
All right, I'll take your point.
Thank you very much, Tony. That was interesting. Ross, for sale signs are a thing of the past, aren't they?
No.
Let's go back to the phones. We've got Clive Rossiter. Where are you from, Clive?
I'm from the north of England. It's not my real name, but that's it'll do for now.
Okay.
I'm talking to the estate agent fella, right?
Hello there, hi.
Hello there, hello.
Ross, hi.
Listen, you're talking about properties abroad, right? Now, there are security implications in a lot of these countries that you're talking about. Say, for example, right, you were buying a property in Poland, yeah? You were doing a development in Poland, in Krakow, for example, right? Let me tell you something about that place, right? I could pack a van full of explosives, right? I could drive it right into that development and kaboom! Right, and don't try to contradict me because I come from a military background and know what I'm talking about.
If we could just stick to a property abroad... rather than
I'm just letting
bombs.
you know the security implications, that's all right?
Is that all your point?
That's all.
Thanks very much for your call.
Much.
Thanks, Clive.
Goodbye.
He had a point, though, didn't he, Ross?
Well, I don't think you could say that anywhere in the world is 100% safe.
Next caller is Bob Whitehorn, and you're from Guildford. Hello, Bob.
Yes, I started reading and said that I own my own house. No mortgage, no stamp duty, no loans, no mortgage, nothing. Beat that.
Right. Thanks very much for your call. My next caller is Alison Bread from Redcar. Hello, Alison. What's your question for Ross?
Well, my question, you know, when we're talking about buying places, you know, abroad and being sat about in your bikini and everything all the time, well, that's all very well, but, you know, some of us can't afford it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not suggesting that everyone goes and buys somewhere abroad. Obviously, this...
No, but, you know, you make it sound like there's affordable properties on the costas, and actually they're not for me. Personally, they're
well,
not
you
affordable.
might actually find that these properties are considerably cheaper than anything you can buy in England, although probably not Redcar,
but you know, I can't buy anywhere in England really either.
Not even in Redcar. I should imagine properties there are pretty cheap, aren't
Yeah.
they? How much do you have to spend on a house?
Well, I don't have any to spend on a house.
Well, you don't need anything. All you need is your deposit, which is, what, 10%? So 10% of 30,000 is £3,000.
Well, where am I going to get £3,000 from?
Do you work?
No.
OK, thanks, Alison, but I think perhaps this phone-in is not really for people like you. So, Ross, do you have a big house?
I'm not particularly large or small. I mean, I don't have a family, so...
Why not? Don't you meet lots of women when you go around houses? Do you meet lots of women?
Well, you know, we have professional, code of conduct. Well, we don't go around...
But there's a thing, isn't there? There's an element of trust you have to have in an estate agent. You know, you have to go around and show women...
We are like doctors.
Well, you are. You have to trust an estate agent. It's your future.
That's why I say always use an estate agent. People are now buying and selling houses direct on the internet. And, you know, it's very likely that a murderer could come round to your house.
Are there illegal, like there are illegal cab drivers, are there illegal estate agents around with no qualifications, without the BACBBs?
Well, no, I wouldn't. I don't know what to say.
OK, well, let's go to another caller. Hello, who's there? Is that Bagata?
Hello, it's Beata.
Beata, yeah. Oh, that's an interesting... Where are you from?
I'm from Poland, but I live here now.
OK.
But the reason I call, I have a family property I want to sell. And I don't want to go over the internet because I don't trust it.
Exactly, and that's
but
why
I don't
you should...
trust you either.
Well, no, you should go through an estate agent.
I want to do it myself. So I come I come to call you now to say this on the Polish Riviera.
Fine, if you want to come round to my estate agent.
I want to tell Gary.
Yes.
Gary, I have a house to sell.
Right.
It is on the Polish Riviera. You can buy it.
Stop
we shouldn't really be doing that on the...
It has 5 rooms. It is beautiful. I've done it. My grandparents built
Okay,
it.
can I just say to any listeners, this is just the sort of thing, you know, why you must go through an estate agent. The term Polish Riviera sounds very glamorous.
Yes, Polish Riviera.
But it's the Baltic Sea, isn't it?
Have you been?
It's the Baltic Sea.
But is it very...
Yes, the Baltic very beautiful.
You could call anywhere by any stretch of water a Riviera, but it's not like the south of France. It's the Baltic Sea.
A technical term.
But is the Baltic Riviera very pretty?
Oh, it's beautiful.
And what do you...
So beautiful.
Ross?
Ross, I have a question.
Yes.
You say you're like a doctor.
Yes.
I have a strange lump.
OK. Thank you very much for your call. It's been fascinating. We've got another call for Ross, and it's Siddy from Bexley Heath. Hello, Sid.
Hello, how are you doing? All right?
Yeah.
I was just calling about the other fellow, a guy calling about the Jam. The British band. I think that was one of the great British bands. But I'm not favouring what he done after. The style cancer, all that, all dressed in white, he looked like a mug. And he's released a few good records as himself, but let's not knock the Jam. They was there for a lot of people, a lot of young people like me. When I was growing up, my parents broke up, and he was there for me every week on top of the pops. He looked really smart.
Yeah, well, thanks very much for your call, Siddy.
Oh, yeah, well, good luck with the houses and that.
Yeah, thank you.
Do you have a question about property abroad?
Yeah, all right. What is the biggest house in France?
Okay. House, what, on the market? Or just existing?
Yeah, all right, no,
I mean, Versailles,
market.
I would...
Pardon?
Versailles, I would think, probably is the largest in France. The Palace of Versailles, but I don't think it's for sale.
Okay, thanks.
That's an interesting point. What is the biggest house in the world?
I don't know. I have no idea what the biggest house in the world is.
Taj Mahal?
That's a mausoleum.
Where dead people go?
Well, when they go there, then they are.
Well, thank you so much. That's Ross Porter there from Pickering and West. We've had a fascinating conversation, although it did seem to peter out at the end. Well, we have got time for one more call, and we've got a call about bullying, which we were talking about earlier on. Hello, who's there?
Oliver.
Hello, Oliver.
Hello. I'm ringing about bullying. I was educated at home.
Right.
My mother was very conscious of education, which meant that I was able to take 5 A-levels and pass them when I was 9 years old.
Oh.
And I won a scholarship to Oxford at 12.
Wow. But it must have been a bit of a sheltered education.
Well, no, my mother was, as I say, very conscious of the need for a rounded social education as well. So once a week she would invite the children from next door to come round and beat me up.
Oh, right. Well, that's the end of Down the Line for this week. We'll see you again next time. Good night. That's brilliant.